Okay, I am here with Mr. Bob Krum from the Monticello Chamber of Commerce. You're the executive director,
I am the Executive Chamber Director, of the Monticello Area Chamber of Commerce.
and I'm Richard Tapia from Voice of Jones County Podcasts, interviewing another person from the community, uh, especially someone with, I guess I'd call it the importance of understanding the bigger picture as far as businesses and community building. And tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Richard, thank you for the opportunity. Definitely to meet you and talk a little bit. So I'm not originally from Jones County. I met my wife, who was from here. Met her in 2003. We moved back here in 2005, so I've been here a while. I did retail sales for 22 years, doing that. And just recently, I took over this role about 6 months ago, and I became the chamber director. I also own a business here in Monticello, Tree Mercantile. So I kind of juggle a couple things. I own a business and I like to help businesses here at the chamber office.
I like that place. I bought a lot of stuff.
Excellent.
What is your role as the chamber director?
You bet. I'm a paid position of the chamber, and I report to our board of directors. We have 9 board members above me. And with that, my job is to, one, recruit new businesses, help them see the value of working together and networking, and help get information out to our members that's going on in our community. So whether it's an event going on or a promotion or an activity, something, my job is to help communicate that information out to everybody so they're all on the same page going forward. So.
How many businesses are linked to your organization?
Yeah, currently we're at 151. I just got 2 more that are going to come on board this morning. So we'll be at 153 chamber members. That's 28 new ones now since I joined 6 months ago. So I've really made it a goal to get some new members definitely and try to grow it over the last 6 months. So
if I could ask, what kind of a spiel do you have to entice people to become part of your organization? What's the benefit?
There's a multitude of benefits, definitely. We've got different levels. There is your business level, supporter, promoter, and pace setter. So when I came on, I changed our due structure. There used to be 23 different levels. It was crazy. So whether you were a retail business or an industry or a doctor's office, everybody had different levels that they had to come in at. And it wasn't really fair that somebody who had 10 employees had to pay 10 times what somebody had 1 employee. There was just a different thing. So I changed it when I got on it. I went to a tiered due structure. And so now as a business, you get to decide what level do I want to come in at. And at each level, there's different benefits. So the main benefit is advertising and promoting and sharing information. That's one of the main structures of the chamber, is that I can help promote your business. When somebody calls my store or my office here and they say, who's a contractor that can do roofing, I'll immediately go to my contractors and I'll pull up a couple names and numbers and give them to them. When somebody calls and says, who's a plumber, I can pull up Kraus Plumbing and Heating right here, and contact them and give them that information. So I help get that information out to people. The other benefits that we have is our website. We're definitely working on that. That's been a work in progress. So the website will be a one-stop for people to look to see what members are here in the community, what events are going on. We're working on that calendar on there so we can bring in calendars from the library, from the school, from the chamber, our members, and put that all in one central location so everybody can get that information at one central spot. So I think the benefit of the chamber is just working together to, one, improve the quality of life, definitely here. We do host events that are fundraisers for the chamber as we grow. And so we do those things, and we've got a list of events that we do throughout the year. And then we also just try to help promote business and attract new businesses to town. I help realtors fill vacant spots. I recruited we have a new computer repair place that's just opened up August 1st.
Really?
And I recruited them to come to town with a couple messages, and they came to town. They're hiring a full-time employee, and they rented a spot that's been sitting vacant for a while. So, it's kind of a little feather in the hat, exciting that we can, bring in new business, but that's the goal of the chamber.
If you don't mind me asking, what background do you have that you feel made you ready for this kind of position?
Yeah. So for 22 years, roughly, I did retail sales and I managed teams. I was an area sales manager. So I had different store managers and teams and hiring and training and working with them. And there was always people that, maybe didn't get along. and my job was to make them work together and help each other to grow. And so I definitely feel that the experience that I had managing people allows me to help manage events and activities and promotions and things here. And working in retail, I know the importance of retail, that I've done that for so long, that I can help these businesses that maybe haven't taken to the next level yet of getting online or doing other things in social media, and I can help them develop so that they can reach out to those customers that are available to them.
What kind of educational level do you need for this kind of position?
Well, I'll say I just have an AA, Associate's Arts degree, is all that I currently have. But with 22 years of working in the field and managing people and things, that's definitely been my work experience. And my degree is actually in graphic arts, so I actually doing layouts and images and things. That was my degree. But that was 20 years ago, that I had that degree. So I'm definitely behind the times when it comes to using some of that software and techniques and things, but I still have an eye for marketing and promotions and things, so I like to help that out.
So how can we bring Monticello, the area, Jones County, into the 21st century?
Yeah, well, we got some really good things happening here in Monticello right now. So one, I don't know if you've heard about Main Street. We just were awarded as a Main Street district. So I'm on that board as chamber director. One of the board members on Main Street is the chamber director positions, because we're going to work hand in hand. So I'm going to work with whoever that new executive director of Main Street is, and we're going to work together.
Isn't that Deb Bowman?
She's actually the president of our board. Okay. So she's not the executive director. She's the president of the board for Main Street. And then there's 11 of us right now. I can't name them all off the top of my head right now. It's still a growing board.
Because I told the person that I interviewed from the place across the street that I was interested in, if they had a selection on the committee, I was interested to serve, because some people that we thought about opening up a business.
Yeah. We definitely always take volunteers and help, grow and work together with Main Street. So I think having a Main Street person, a chamber person, somebody that can work together to grow the community, again, bring business to town, whether it's industry. I think as a chamber, I won't focus so much maybe on the downtown, since we're going to have a person specifically for that. But my job will be attractions, industry, manufacturing, housing, quality of life. I'll focus on all the other parts of the town, where we'll have somebody who focuses on downtown specifically. And between the two of us, we'll really take care of Monticello together. So.
As far as industry, where are we growing in the part of industry? Because someone told me that back in the 30s, Monticello was called the
Pittsburgh of the Prairie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was producing a lot of stuff.
It sure was, and still does today. We've got almost 20 manufacturing facilities here, and some are small, but some of them are very large. And there is a need for growth. And you can look at Oak Street out here. They just built on. Can't quote me, but I think it's like 60 or 70,000 square foot facility they just built onto their manufacturing. And they've got robots coming in there. They're going to manufacture tables and chairs and things that they do that they ship out all over the world. And so, that's just one business that's growing. We've got Orbis here in town. We've got Yeoman. We've got a lot of manufacturing and industry here in town that continues to grow. And those people come to our town every day, and they're looking for a place to eat, a place to shop after work, a place to visit, when they come to town, having a break after work or things. So we're really working on that downtown, so they've got a place to shop and visit when they come to town too.
So it sounds like the population has increased.
It has. The last census in 2020, I believe, was 4,040 is what it was. And I just read, I think we're at 4,088 now. There was an update, so we've actually grown a little bit more yet. And the one thing that people don't realize is all the camping that we have here as well. With Jellystone, with Outback, with the Blue Inn campground, and there's a few other campgrounds even. Our population can grow by 1,000 people on a weekend very easily, because all of those campgrounds are pretty much rented out season long. And I know Jellystone out there has, I think it's close to 300 spots out there. And so by the time you get that full, with a family of 4 or whatever it looks like, I mean, it can really grow our population quite a bit on the weekend.
Yeah, wow. How about the downtown area? There isn't diversity of restaurants?
Not yet.
What's coming?
Yeah, so there's a couple things in the works right now. The Jitney was just recently sold, and the Blind Pig out of Cedar Rapids bought it. And so we've got
Really?
Yep. So we have a restaurant called the Blind Pig coming. They're renovating that building right now. The story is they're taking out the second floor, and there's going to be balcony seating in there. So you're going to be able to walk in and look up, see all the way to the top, and there'll be balcony seating inside there of that restaurant. So very neat. It'll be a high class, good quality restaurant for us.
So if you can look up, is that going to be a music venue too?
I believe they will have entertainment. Yep, definitely. They'll have entertainment and food, of course, and drinks. But so that's one. The other one, if you go a little further west down the road here on First Street, there was the Glass Tap. And the Glass Tap has now had its facade been redone, as well as the building next to it. And the investors that have that are the two buildings. And one side's going to be the bar, and the other side is going to be a new restaurant. They're still looking on the name. I don't really know if they've narrowed down the name specifically yet for the new place. But
What kind of food?
I don't know yet 100%. But the cook there is very good. He's got a very good experience of cooking in the past. He used to actually cook at Stone City at the general store, so definitely has some very good skills at cooking. And so I don't know. It would probably be that kind of food, similar to like a bar and grill, I would think, but I don't know for sure.
Could you invite an Italian restaurant to come?
Who knows what the future again might hold. So.
Okay.
So.
What else do you see in store for the downtown? To me, the downtown is unique in the fact that you get 18-wheelers going to the center of town.
Yeah, we have a state highway that goes right through the heart of our downtown. And so there are, again, semis and things that travel this route. Some of them bypass and they go down Cedar Street, which is good, but a lot of them go right through the heart of downtown here. I think our downtown, some of the things that it needs, one would be a streetscape of some sort to bring in some trees, some different signage, maybe some park benches of some sort on the intersections, some nodes with plants, whatever that might look like, to just liven up our downtown a little bit.
Yeah.
And we do have some restrictions with the DOT going through here, though. So being it's a state highway, there are certain guidelines that the state will allow us to do with our downtown. So as this Main Street comes on here, we'll have to work and partner with the DOT and see what we can do and what we can't do. And some of our signage, definitely our sign ordinance currently says your sign has to be perpendicular to the building. It can't stick out from the building like a blade sign. And I think there is some, momentum that we want to change that. We want to bring those signs so they stick out so somebody standing at the end of the corner can look down there and say, oh, there's a Monti Sports down there and I can see that. I want to go down there and check that out. But when your sign is flat against the building, it's really hard to see what's there. So.
Okay. Well, I know a person I was talking to, I said, how would you feel about opening up a cigar shop, membership-only cigar shop?
Yeah.
Men's night, and women's night, and the end of the week, bring them all together. But they'd have a room just to watch sports stuff, smoke their cigar, bring their own liquor, and put it in a little cabinet. I was trying to figure out how much it would cost to open something like that up. Because I used to live in the Chicago area, and I used to like to visit a cigar shop.
Yeah, I think it could do well, definitely. There's actually another gentleman here that I've talked to in town. I'm not sure who you talked with, but has said, a place like that is something he's actually thought of as well. So, but yeah, I've heard that.
Okay. Well, things are going to grow.
Well, there's a couple businesses here in town that are. They're on their phasing out part of their life. They're people who have been there for 30 some years. They want to transition and maybe pass that business on to somebody else that can take it to a new level and develop it and bring new life to it and things. So there's a couple of people that have reached out to me that said, hey Bobby, if you find somebody who might be interested in taking over my business or might purchase the building and the business, send them my way. So I've taken upon myself to take a couple images and I tweak the building and I'll put a different door on the front of it or put a different sign on it or something and help people see what this building could potentially be. One of them I did was a deli downtown here. I did a bookstore potentially. I've done a gun shop that I thought, that there's no hunting and fishing and places here in town. A nail salon, we don't have one of those. So I try to help people see this building could be many of things. You just have to have that vision and change it a little bit. So
That's great.
Thanks.
Great. That kind of stuff is needed.
Yeah.
To bring new life to downtown.
Yeah, it gets a lot of action on our Facebook page, the Chamber Facebook page. People just gobble it up. They heart it, they like it, they share it. They like to see what could be. And a lot of times I'll do before and after. I have some historical photos even in my office here of the downtown, and sometimes I'll put what it once was and what it could be and show them. So
I can see all that in my head.
Yeah.
Things shifting. That would be cool. Well, Bobby, thank you very much. I really appreciate this, and I look forward to seeing the changes.
Yeah, no, we're excited. One thing I put on all my Facebook posts lately is keep your eye on Monticello. It's kind of my tag throwback slogan. It used to be a slogan that was here in Monticello years and years and years ago. And I'm bringing it back. And I want people to keep your eye on Monticello. There is a lot of things happening, and there's going to be a lot of good definitely in our community.
Wow.
So thank you, Richard, for the time, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.